Hello, mateys. This is Governor Scouts, Piracy of the Caribbean film series. Good morning to you. This is the first day of Sunday of celebration left in church today. My son is almost by today. I figured it out. I just wanted to say I'm very surprised to see you guys very most of the morning. So I slept into about for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I just got left over to leave on the game. The enemy pirates has level 22 just attacked me for no reason. 7 bomb vessels just also fired and sunk it, and all the crew, all the pirates just hide and seek, taken, wounded, and casualties on the prisoners. They're attacked by the 5 frigates that took my food, woods, and silver coins, and it's probably about to think about it for the last few days. So also I did have a just attacked by enemy pirates in the last 7 hours ago. So I did wanted to do something about such as really most important. Although it's not, and it looks crazy. So I hope we're really thinking about for the last 15 to 20 minutes. So I just got to finish up a enjoy play for Ties of War today. Brawl at Tortuga for battle, and activity reward, and enemy pirates at battle. That's for once, and they have to show us down as much as many as you can. So if you can, it try to slow us about the down as much as you would. I'm really gonna think about really most important. This is how my plan. So this is my communicating, and it's really also did it have about most important. Um, if he had the game reaction to do level 20, so I got level 20. I still have leftovers 18 left aside, so I got 6 more to go. So if we had to something about build on the things about the 2 constructors, that I got alliance skills and about you know 1080 breads to go over about Poseidon's blessing was completed. Um, build hammers on 2 and 3, farm workers, and burning cannonballs 1 and 3, and at 0 to 3. I have mostly we do execute about the exclamations for later. For now, I can't imagine that about the Queen Anne's Revenge to do about 18 to 20, about all about level 18 to 20. It takes about a long time, about 35 days. I believe it's about 63 days. And 2 months ago, I was completed level 2 to 4, and through this the Curse of the Black Pearl 2003. Also the first film was 2002. Yep, I believe that the 15 years later. Probably we think about takes to show us down as much word as many as you can. I really don't think about the con about playing. Also, they have the phones, iPads, computers, laptops, and onlines, and thinks about it. Be what you can. So if you got buy something about the 20 of them, so 8 ships on the left side. He has some one more vessel to the left. So I'm really busy right now. So not right now. So I probably told him to buy something about the ship, one of the vessels there on the frigate. It becomes 8. Mostly have the 10, 0 to 10 is easier than the 1 to the minimum. That could be take about very interesting. I got deckhands, raiders, bomber, boatswain, swordsman, gunner, axe masters, and sword masters at first, and quartermaster and first mate. And we got the small, medium, large, and original ships here. They have been becoming the outyours now of the records me. And if you think about the pirates thing, for everything being about eliminating pirates thing, of course they have a support. I can't believe I didn't see about my supporter here on the right of the east on the map. So there's only 2 supporters left to decide for the 20 to 7 all this level. So I can't believe that it kicked out. They kicked out for the reasons. So I was invited about Lethal Alliance. Also they could do that anytime. So I was imaginations about enjoy play could be about leadations. Also we have another different change captain there about from name of it. That's just Captain Second, the new captain, and one of the each third size I think about the blow a whole thing about the territory, the most like enemies. It shows down, and if taken down by pirates, and they're taking the EITC company, the soldiers, and there could be one of the capture states take a lot of consist in prisoners, and what I can't do release right now, so takes a lot about for 2 hours to 50 minutes. Yes, I take 2 hours to 2 hours to 50 minutes, and as as long as it releases as much as you could. What I really think about really question. So do you think Pirates gonna win this about level 20s? The both of them 20s. So even though the mutated whales and sea serpent and most of the victorious, most of defeated, and all the fleets was defeated to sea monsters, merchant ships, EITCs, raid. Also they have really most do, and they kept there about 10 minutes ago. Wow. What are I supposed to be do, guys? So of course I ever been wanted to do something about really most interesting. Wow. Struck up. I felt like I feel like Pirates interesting about the first moments. I did have the win scout warning, so just to have it about enemy pirates or EITC territories. Mostly they have a Mosasaurus flag, like red and blue, and most do have man of war, heavy galleons, frigate, bomb vessels, and galleon, and flute. Then concluded about super frigate, and man of war's conclusion about EITC's company, same as about the enemies there. It takes a lot of whole thing, the longer time, longs about very serious problems there. Also have 8 fleets, they do have much about as many as they can. I have accepted this for later than now on. So for those who are to send us about a letter there, for the Alliance in private and chat, a live chat. So if you wanted to get invited to the Alliance, it's all over in about around the seas, around the maps, anywhere. So yeah. So East India Trading Company powerful takes about 1 hour 5 minutes. So it could be all the fleets is standing there about around it everywhere. So most of the conclusions anywhere. So even exactly what has to supposed to do means, guys. So mateys, I hope they're gonna have to really most descriptions, more anything about the contents of the day. So even though exactly as mostly we did what we gonna did exactly, we just remember that. We hope that we have glad to been there about for the last 50 to 10 minutes. Boom. So it wasn't easier than about nothing about fantasy ships. Mostly have ghost ships. They do have the most the Black Pearl, Flying Dutchman, and Silent Mary. They turn into the 3 ghost ships, and Zombie and Transformator for the Dark Magic, the Blackbeard. They have a famous notorious pirate, Heritage Blackbeard, is also have the 4th film, was in about the last 6 years. So I was seen about 7 years later. So we set in the building stuff for the Queen Anne's Revenge was a set on the from the Black Pearl Sunset to his Blackbeard ships. It's mostly have to do about 165 feet. They mostly do have the fully battleships, frigate, and most of the same formally like the Black Pearl, like Indiaman, Galleon, and the Flying Dutchman has about 2nd, 3rd, and 5th film was on the prop, and they're not on the set of the matches of the day. So there were interesting things about the Will Tunner's captain of the Flying Dutchman from David George Jones. He was the reason about for the last 31 years after the end of the war against piracy. Their new captain, also they have a disbanded for East India Trading Company, and there's still villains here on British, Spanish, and French, Dutch Royal Navy there. Then Sea Monsters has villain here. So maybe Pirates has heroes on it. Zombie has a super villain. Zombie has to eliminate villains, and maybe British and Spanish Empire. Those mostly they do have walk into the Fountain with Youth. As most of the Untamed and by Cabay incidents of Palm Tree Grove, and Santiago, and if the strife, it could belong to the imaginations, and I would gonna seem to figure that out, just like you said. So enemy pirates just attacked for reasons. So also they have attacking each other. So I just preparing to bind the bomb vessel cannons. Just the demi cannons, 56 guns, like the frigate. I just wanted to, like you says, I do most of the believe you. I was imagination, so enjoy play like phones, computers, laptops, and iPads. Well, welcome there as much as you can. So also we do, and if you do. And we're having the most of the thinking, for much of the better then. Oh, wow. Oh, Valerie, this is. So, quick question. So, Minnie, the Black Pearl was on the Caribbean, the sea. Most of the have the second and third film was on the South Island of Mansion there on the ship sent to land into the Los Angeles, California, and to they're not in Los Angeles. They're landed to the San Diego, California, and take a lot of tour for South Island of Mansion in 2005. And Ed Worldsons goes to 2007, and Vacuity easier to then, and maybe 2010 has about CGI has the bottle of the Black Pearl, and mostly to take over for on the Sunset. To builders a new ship, most has about the Queen Anne's event since February 15, 2010, and their year 1750. And Eastern ended the quest for the Fountain of Youth, and Blackbeard has the Black Pearl was on the attack by the capture the Black Pearl was the counter for Hector Barbosa's lost his right leg, and his sword was his crew was lost, and Jack the Monkey, Cotton's para, and maybe Cotton's not a fourth or fifth film. No longer that about first to third film movie. So David Billy most done about for the last 10 years. So Johnny Depp still's on continuing for adventure, going out to different adventures. Seemed like very interesting about all the prop there, and mostly do seems like as about Queen Anne's Revenge and Black Pearl, Red Dragon, Ruddy Rose, Breaker Wench, Silent Mary, and the Flying Dutchman was not Flying Dutchman mentions only, and Monarch, XX, all the pirate fleets, and Diango. Diango has about the small ships ever. It could be about all the prop there, about same ships there, and Pirates still have interesting about Barbosa still have the privateers about the last year. He came into after the quest in the Fountain with You, after Blackbeard death, and the quartermaster, Gunner Newman, Master of Arms just died, and all the zombies just killed by the pirates. As one they have sailed through the Tortuga, it's one of the new best sails like the flag of Rome, like a red flower, and they're building like the new woods, the new ships there. Also have the upgraded and about for 2013 on 365 days on the film on the fifth film. So descending to 2015 for interesting for the 2014. They're still on the Demetano Tales on the post imagines. The posters in 2015. So the March 25th, so March through April 2015, and Demetano Tales. So maybe we do so send it to 2 years there for 2017 for the call out for Unity for Gio Sinelli. So from Hans Zimmers was Lana on the first to fourth film on the soundtrack, extended and complete scores there, and we could conclude it understanding of the film versions. And Gio Sinelli was doing the complete, extended, and film version scores on the musicals and My Beloved Horizon there. It takes about a whole time. So Piracy coming out next month, October 4th. it should be about the fifth film, and the Pirates 6. We talked about stories about communication. So my satisfaction is also with the Smitty Sister Can, but and Hector Barbosa was newly followed the sacrifice to kill Salazar, and this crewman and this ship Silent Mary was sunk after the Henry was broken. The curse was transformation. Will Turner's free him from his curse, innocent ship, the Flying Dutchman, and Spanish soldiers was on a crew and was drowning, flooded destruction of Poseidon's tomb after the battle, and that means we could the sixth film on the last time. So they still have the villains here on the Royal Navy. It could be taken about the next year for the Pirates film are out there, and so sometimes I usually could go upstairs, about takes the longest that they can. So maybe Barry we do. I hopefully if it can it takes about slows down, and Jack. Sorry about that, and maybe that you do it, maybe do it every want. Then I just came to look about on the recent wiki activity there. So I have a film. I have a the presentation about the next thing the ballot understood as saying. So I was trying to really best there ever. It takes so long about the 15 minutes there, and I have some photo shoots for you guys. So really gonna see this. So this is all about slug, use cook, use cock. That's us cock. They should edit it about screenshots there about Henry Will Turner's Jr. Will Turner's has the done of the Free from Curse to the fifth film was every interesting for reaction to do every the one. There's something about the Malloy the Mutak was on the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the two of them still on some Tortuga. Maybe we could have a Poseidon. There's a Poseidon's photo shoot. They look like the weapons on Trident. A family is Triton and God. Bold New Horizon, Demeternal Tales. So as this is long stories about like Percy Jackson, Clash in the Titans first film, and Wrath of the Titans, and then Percy Jackson Sea of Monsters mentions only the Son of Poseidon for Logan Lerman and Alexander Daddario, Benny T. Jackson, Douglas Smith, Jake Aba, Leva Rambin, and Nathan Fillion, Ron Perlman as villain here on Cyclops, and Kronos, and Stanley Tucci on Mr. D, Dionysus, and the Greek gods. It would have been there about the last 4 years about since Percy Jackson Sea of Monsters came out of Blu-ray and DVD on December 17, 2013 when I since the new year. So I was recorded after most of Kraken, like the Dead Man's Chest, At the World's End, and mentioned only about the murmurs here on Stranger Ties and Demeternal Tales of 6 years. That's really fun that there are all these women on the murmurs there. All the women only. They're transforming for the foot to human. Like Austria Burgess First Bay and Sam Claflin on the missionary on the Pirate Smith. Concluded that's what happened. That's what we do. The first to fifth movie. 6 film was coming out of the day every 2 years later. So Wrath of the Sea, like Priority and the Piracy of the Caribbean 6, Wrath of the Sea. Like the Black Power still is on Set on Imagine on San Diego still, Flying Dutchman, and Queen Anne's Revenge. Queen Anne's Revenge no longer the 6th film of the day was on Dead Man on the Sea was the Abandoned in the Middle of the Sea and the Will of the Wind and Tide. So Silent Marys has the Spanish the Ghost Ships was no longer that the 5th film of the day, the 6th film of the day. So there's still on British and Spanish Armada here on Napoleonic included the Pirates fleet in the Armada here, and Singapore and Jamaica, and defended on the Jamaica today. So most concluded most easier. Well, it's just different in time. Alright guys, I was gonna wrap that out for the description today. Don't forget to subscribe to my content so you can follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Find Cameras, Twitch, streaming, live stream, Patreon, gaming challenge, Juggy Star, Cocker Story, Talk, Time Alone, House, and links in the description, likes and comments today. And then follow on Accurate Actions Director and YouTube 24's fan site in according to the men, women, and children on the town today, on 35 countries of the states today, and around the country today. So watch out on subscribe today on digital September 19th and Blu-ray DVDs on October 4th. So don't forget, feel free to death. Keep it rich, mateys.